Namaste. Hello from Maryland. Good morning in Nepal. It's about 10 o'clock here in Maryland. I'm very excited to be speaking with you all. I hope you had a good, restful night being where you are. My hometown. I miss being there, but very, very excited to be speaking with experts of management, development, and people committed towards social justice and development for this um, one of the most backward parts of the world. Um, it's very exciting that under the leadership of Dr. Narayan Paudel, Musom, uh, Midwestern University School of Management is taking strides, and this very international conference is a good testament to your leadership. Um, Thank you. By the way, by way of introduction, my name is Uttam Gaulee. Again, I'm from Surkhet. Currently, I work at Morgan State University as an associate professor of international higher education in the Department of Advanced Studies, Leadership, and Policy. Before coming to here, I did my PhD from University of Florida in Higher Education Administration and Policy, and also worked as the program director of a think tank called Community College Futures Assembly, which recognized the most outstanding community college programs in workforce, in planning and instruction, and in instructional innovation, all in entire United States and Canada. So through these organizations, I had an opportunity to collaborate with the national affiliated councils of AACC, that is American Association of Community Colleges. And after coming here, I have now been serving as the president of a global organization of researchers called Star Scholars Network, which I will talk one more time during this presentation. So I think this is the last time you see my talking head. I will switch to presentation mode because okay, leveraging diaspora expertise for nation building. You may wonder why this person is talking about this. So I mean, this has a lot to do with my story of coming to United States from Nepal in 2010. I came here with a question in my mind because I had been very, very involved towards the establishment of Midwestern University. I had a obligation to meet. I wanted to find resources, expertise, and ideas to make this university a model university because this is at my hometown. So when in the United States I came across a agriculture scientist, when I came across a doctor, an engineer, an expert in marketing, finance, or IT, or even an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur here, I would be excited. And I knew that these kinds of expertise, these kinds of experiences are going to be very, very useful for nation building. So I wanted to be that conduit. I wanted to build that bridge so that an amazing young population of Nepal could benefit from these expertise. And did I tell you I'm also a current president of the Star Scholars Network, which is also somehow sharing the similar mission of empowering global South. So it is a global network of researchers, as I already mentioned in my introduction. We'll not talk about this too much, but you will hear it because I'm very much involved into this organization as well. So today I'll be very brief. just talk about how countries leverage the transformative power of diaspora connection. In 1970s and 80s, diaspora turned China into a manufacturing hub. Diaspora used their social and economic capital. India sent their Mangalyaan. As you must have heard, they did it with a very low cost, as much as that of a Hollywood movie, as they say. So while it took about 26 billion for the United States and maybe decades to do that research, it took a fraction of that cost for India. It is because of that power of connection. And we Nepali people are also smart, and Nepal's government has recently established the Brain Gain Center to achieve the same effect. At this point, we have all understood that Nepal will not be developed by anyone other than the Nepali people. Nepalis have built other countries so far. They have fought for other countries. They have, given their blood, sweat, and tear to develop them. Now it is time to turn the tide. Simple. So Nepal must now seek cooperation and collaboration in such way that Nepal benefits. No doubt. And it's so unfortunate that Nepal is a country which has the demographic advantage with the youngest population on earth. One of the wealthiest countries in natural resources, high strategy, proven power and intellect, high motivation for learning in our young people. And still, we're one of the poorest countries. What's lacking? My theory is that it is the connection, through which comes inspiration, guidance, exposure, challenge. So we can put Nepal on the path of very strong economic growth by connecting our young mind with the role models that they are missing at this point. So coming back to the point, again, brain drain, brain drain. These rhyming words sound so terrible, but they are terrible. These words mean not much at this point. They were coined around the late 60s, somewhere in Britain. But again, the idea there was that skilled immigration is an important mechanical determinant of the large human capital shortage in developing countries, which is no longer true. In fact, skilled immigration is now part and parcel of the development process by which countries achieve prosperity, security, and the accumulation of human capital. And again, the old idea of lump of learning model of development is proven untrue. By technology transfer is more likely to happen to the source country from where a large number of high-skilled professionals have moved to developed countries. So the same phenomena which would otherwise be called brain drain also can be brain circulation or brain gain. And capital flows, we're talking about the world data. There is more capital flow between the countries, like, if Nepal sends more trained professional to USA, there will be more capital flow back to Nepal. That is a theory again. That is what data is showing. And similar is the case with trade, and very interestingly, formal, informal institutions also. Like, for example, in Nepal, we're now talking about girl-child education, elimination of chowpari. Look at Saudi Arabia. Now the women are driving their cars. What happened is people from those countries went to developed countries, came back, and what they're doing is reform. So this is the beauty of brain gain. So brain, when it is mobilized, it adds value, and it has the ability to give back to the source country, not necessarily by being physically present. physically being present is amazing. But now, because of the affordances of technology, a lot has been achieved already by this power of connection, which we will be talking about in the upcoming slides. So the idea, again, comes from an organically developed network of researchers all around the world, known as Star Scholars Network, which I have um, an amazing honor to lead as president at this point. So we discussed this idea and we carried out a research of Nepalese professionals all around the world, Nepali diaspora. So the research was called Nepal Brain Drain and Higher Education Study. It was a worldwide online survey with hundreds of people responding and almost about more than 100 people being interviewed. I myself talked to more than 5 dozen people, and many of our graduate assistants have been helping, and a lot of other great colleagues have worked in this with me. Dr. Krishna Vista, I must mention, Dr. Shyam Sharma, and many other people who I have been talking to. It could be one of you. So I must say thank you to you. So in the summer of 2016, we presented these ideas at San Francisco Knowledge Convention organized by NRNA. During that convention, we presented our idea of technical vocational college systems for Nepal, and Brain Gain Center, definitely on the sidelines. So what happened is there happened to be an amazing young man who happened to be the minister of Nepal government, Minister of Tourism. He came to represent Nepal government to listen to us. So when he heard the ideas, he really liked it, and he took the ideas back home, and a lot of good things started happening. But unfortunately, it's again, there's no other word than unfortunate that we lost him. He died in one of the helicopter accidents. But anyway, even though we lost him, that's a big loss, of course. But what we gained is Brain Gain Center. So I had the opportunity to share with him how our expertise in technical and vocational education for the economy of developing countries has been benefiting developing countries like Egypt and Pakistan, and how brain drain is not just a zero-sum game. We presented these data and evidences, and he really liked it. So in the diagram that you see on your left, it is showing that the skilled workers at home does not decline even when the brain drain or the so-called flight of skilled workers abroad happens. The net effect remains the same. The idea is when one skilled worker leaves the country produces equal or even more higher number of people to replenish. So people are motivated to graduate, people are motivated to do the training, and hence the supply of human resource does not go down. That is the idea coming from the data. This is not my statement again. And from our study, Gaulee and Vista 2019, it's coming out very soon from Routledge, is we did the perception study again. Nepali diaspora perceived brain very serious problem. They had concerns about brain drain, and that's what inspired us to think that we could probably do something to make it a better story. So if China and India can do it, why not? We should do it too. We did some research. Their amazing colleagues had hours and hours of meeting, and we figured out that, who will do it? We will do it. We will do it together with our students, our stakeholders, our community members, and amazing people that are in Nepal. People who are willing to give back to Nepal. People who have the expertise, even though they cannot move to Nepal, they can give some hours back to the country. So how can we do this? So we determined that we have to change the mindset. It's not about what others are telling. It's about what is meaningful to you, your hometown, your local businesses. So the idea, again, the Star Scholarship mission also says empowering the global South. How we can help you believe in yourself. It's about your purpose, your passion, your people. Look around. You have amazing people there. There is so much passion and motivation. And purpose, not so much. What happens? For the purpose, for the solid purpose, you need at least three things: dreams, guidance, inspiration, and actually role models, which are, because of the flight of high-skilled individuals, somehow missing in the case of our country. So it is time that the destiny of all Nepali people is now taken in their own hands, because all Nepali people around the world are bound to Nepal. If Nepal does good, everybody who identify themselves as Nepali becomes proud. Their status is elevated. So how we do it? We have to find the competitive advantage. So it could be the cement, it could be the gas, it could be the tourism, it could be the herbs. You must have heard about hemp, like Gaza. Due to new laws decriminalizing the use of marijuana, they also call it marijuana or hemp, for therapeutic use and even for recreation, has surged the demand of this stuff all around the world, particularly in the United States. And I have heard that Nepal, particularly the Karnali region is so amazing. It can produce so much hemp. I know it is probably illegal at this point, but if it can be managed, like who could be better person than you, management experts, to talk about this? So if we could manage our laws, policies, and the fertile grounds where a lot of hemps can be produced in Nepal, it doesn't take a lot of time to, make a lot of money, become a rich country. It doesn't take at all. So yes, Yarsagumba. I can't read that word, whatever sinensis it is. But again, that has the opportunity also, and which grows automatically in the Himalayan region. So think about the possibilities. It's not about publishing in the international journal. That we are chasing the wrong kinds of dreams. We are chasing the wrong kinds of goals. So if we chase the right kind of goal, look around. What is meaningful for the country? What is meaningful for the institution? What is meaningful for the community? What is meaningful for the young man who is there, or young women who are there? What can they do with the mobile phone they have? What is in your hand? Who you know, what you have, what can you do with that? Let's focus on that. And definitely, little things we have done since 2016. We have been interacting with you wonderful people. We signed some documentations. We started some quality enhancement initiatives. You enlightened us. We shared resources with you, and great things happened. In Tribhuvan University, in Kathmandu University, and in all of these activities, what we found that what we have done with some hours that we spent talking with you people, we were inspired that we could do something bigger. And that's what brought us to this Brain Gain Center. It is one of the most powerful gifts by Nepali diaspora professionals for the development of the country. Now the government of Nepal has it. You can note the website mofa.gov.np/BGC. So when you look at it, you see the explore button. In the explore button, You can click and you can search diaspora professionals, Nepali diaspora professionals with expertise in whatever area that you're looking for. And believe me or not, you will find amazingly successful people who are willing to help Nepal through this click, through this explore button. So please make it available to everybody. Make it available to your students. Make it available to even high school students. They can now find those people who can inspire them and talk to them. There is email. You can email them, tell them you found them through the Brain Gain Center. They will be happy, because if they were not willing to help Nepal, if they were not willing to talk to you, they would not register. So therefore, if you find somebody there, they can be your mentor. They can be your Dai. Call them Dai. And they will be very happy to help you. Okay. So how this initiative happened, again, Foreign Minister Gaulee wrote a letter to Nepali experts throughout the world. And here in the United States, Puspa Raj Bhattarai, Consulate General of Nepal at New York, also has been very active. And there are a lot of other people, including Dr. Shyam Sharma, Rosha Pokhrel, Roshanlal Shrestha, Kulmani Acharya, Shyam Karki, JP Saha, Krishna Vista, and there is a long list of people, including Pashupati Pandey, Puru Shrestha, Santosh Sapkota. He's the president of Nepal America Medical Foundation. So, Association of Nepali Doctors. There are these professionals from different walks of life who are willing to help. Therefore, please, 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 I encourage you to again visit this website and search for people and connect with them and see the power of connection. So the objectives of BGC definitely are simple. We recognize the people who, by collecting data on where they are, and we promote what they have been doing. So you find them and we connect them with you, right people, right place. And we mobilize. Again, there will be mobility, there will be network, there will be initiatives, because you will be doing it. They will be helping you out. So eventually there will be reward for both, right? You will be inspired, you will do something, you will feel better, you will have more confidence in doing whatever you have been doing, and these people will also feel better, and Nepali government will recognize them and reward them somehow. So fundamentally, this is a ministry initiative. Again, it is not important who made it, who created it, because it is now owned by the government of Nepal, and it is made meaningful by the diaspora Nepali, and you are the beneficiaries. Not only the beneficiaries, what you do in Nepal through these connections will add value every day, will add meaning every day into this initiative. So again, it's about knowledge, connections, and creating the environment, mobilizing the expertise, definitely prompting others and engaging experts, using new media, promoting work, and multiplier effect. When you do something nice, others will be inspired to replicate it, right? Or adapt it to their own environments. So again, many of you are familiar already, like in 2015, 2016, what we did. Midwestern University. We did a 1-year training, 1-week program. There were lots of follow-ups. Some of my friends came there and did a international conference, Transformations. Professor Shyam Sharma from Stony Brook University, Dr. Krishna Vista, Dr. Santosh Sharma, Dr. Jean Hammond, Cynthia Davidson, so many people came, and in 2016-17 similar things happened at Tribhuvan University, semester-based education training project, institutionalization in Tribhuvan University. Then it spun off to the private sector, and there were other countries, even Bangladesh was interested, and a lot has happened there also through the leadership of Dr. Shyam Sharma. So we trained people. We started with 10, then 40, then plus 20, then plus 70 professors online, on-site, across the country, developed the handbook for trainers for teachers, It is reaching out across the country right now. You may have one at your hand, I don't know, but you will eventually. So this academic work, public intellectual work, journal articles, op-eds, books and chapters, and networking, and these are being replicated by private sector also. So a framework is being developed, training resources are being developed, and the guidance it is providing is working in an amazing way, and its ripple effects are extending throughout South Asia, which is amazing. And we have different missions, Mission 2020 and beyond. Definitely it is situating our work within the Brain Gain Center. You may or may not know, in 2020 there will be a STAR conference at Kathmandu, organized by Nepal Open University. We already signed an MOU with them. So the possibilities out of this are limitless. There will be academic collaboration, as it has been already ongoing. There will be a lot of information sharing, which is already taking place. Opportunities are being created. There is intellectual support. People have found mentors and mentees, which is an amazing relationship because both can enrich each other, challenge each other, and benefit. And one more important thing is, like, you can have a project advisor in the area of expertise that you need. For example, if you are leading a bridge project, you can have an engineer you find from BGC to serve on your advisory board, and you can invite them to meet via video conferencing in your monthly meeting. So if you want to grow hemp, Gaza, then you can find the expert, possibly. Maybe or maybe not, but you can start, right? Professor Shyam Karki once gave this example of how India found the expert who had done a lot of research in hemp, and they brought her to India, and India started benefiting from it already. So there are things, out of the discussion. When people connect and talk, they find amazing things to do. So I definitely encourage you to be connected and be inspired and challenge us and benefit from the diaspora, definitely. So the most beautiful part of it is that it's an ongoing process. Your input will be utilized because it is not necessary that we become 100% successful in the very first shot, right? How could Brain Gain Center become more effective? We would like to relay your feedback to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They want to hear from you. What do we learn? How could we increase enrollment and engagement of diaspora scholars? This is a discussion we are having here. Please think of a project and discuss how it could benefit from Brain Gain Center collaboration. How can we recognize? How can we make it more meaningful? And other questions, issues for discussions that you may have. So your input is welcome. Let's make it meaningful, and let's take our destiny in our own hands. Let's make Nepal the dynamic power of the global community. Thank you very much.